Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie. This is Dressed in Color Podcast right here on YouTube. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. Make sure you catch on. Remember, I got this Invisalign, so work with me. Make sure you catch up on any videos, old and new, that I post. Turn on the bell for all notifications if you are that interested in when I do post. So here we go. Let's dive into this because last night was Raw. And I have to say, I watched it on TikTok because I do not pay for cable anymore. I was paying for Sling. It was $30, then it went up to $40. I said, no ma'am. And then I have Hulu at the Black Friday price of $1. So I just go back and catch up on the 2-hour versions of Raw. And they have SmackDown like next day, like no later than a day or two. So I'll just do that because it's not that serious. So anyway, I was watching it on TikTok, and a couple of things. The show, I couldn't get through it. It was a little bit unbearable for me, so that didn't work out. But Alexa Bliss and this Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt and all of this is all gonna be talked about in this one podcast. But specifically Alexa Bliss, because for a while, she didn't seem herself. Even before Bray Wyatt came back, she seemed like she was in limbo. She seemed like a lot of things was going on. She's done some interviews, which we'll touch on. But this last night was very underwhelming for me. It really took the air out the room, per se. She stood up on the announce table and she's talking. I don't even know what she was talking about. I'm going to be honest with you. She's making all these faces and she's just running her mouth. And then all of a sudden, Uncle Howdy comes out the shadows and she's got this growl. You know, she's making these faces like a little kid. And it's so weird. And then we cut to a commercial that was so fucking abrupt. I was like, okay. And then we're coming back because we're in the TikTok. So we talking like, okay. So they come back and there's no mention of her or Uncle Howdy. It's like as if nothing happened. I don't know what kind of impact that was supposed to make and who got impacted. But I would like them to tell me where did they get moved to be more interested in the storyline. I thought it was stupid. In the beginning, when Bray Wyatt was doing the scan those barcodes and stuff, I thought that was cool for the people who wanted to go do the scavenger hunts. I thought that was cool. When he came and showed up at the pay-per-view, I forget what it was, I thought his interest is awesome. He has the best theme song, bar none, right now in the WWE, period. Actually, period. In all of pro wrestling, Bray Wyatt's theme song is in the top, at least the top 3. Presentation, awesome. But it's dragging. Over on SmackDown, it's him at LA Knight, and they're supposed to have a blackout match, whatever that means. So it's him at LA Knight. LA Knight is fantastic. Didn't really care for the guy because I wasn't like following him like that in NXT. But now, after he slapped him twice and told him what a moron he is, I was like, yeah, I like this because he's basically speaking my mind. Now we're over on Raw, and Alexa Bliss done hurt my face on the steel chair. I think she actually hurt her jaw because Bianca Belair posted a picture, and her jaw was huge. Like it got swole even after the little stitches she got. So she wasn't on Monday Night Raw yesterday, which is unfortunate. So Alexa Bliss comes out, cuts whatever promo, I don't know what she said, and that happened. And it was just like, okay, girl, I don't even know where this is going. So then we have a backstage segment that I'm going to play because I have a question for you all.
And Alexa, I think we're all collectively still scratching our heads over what happened earlier on tonight. You're in the arena. Uncle Howdy shows up. There's some sort of awkward stare-off. Can you explain what happened?
Yeah, Uncle Howdy comes out here and tries to scare me. It's a nice try, but I embrace my demons and I revel in what I am, and I am not afraid of him. My focus is on Bianca and the Raw Women's Championship because I am the one in control here, not him, me.
I am standing by.
So I don't understand how many times she's going to say she's in control. I think she said she was in control last night when she was cutting her promo. She's saying she's in control right here, cutting another promo. She was in control when she hit Bianca over the head with the vase full of flowers. How is she trying to convince herself or convince us? And the other issue I'm also having is Alexa Bliss is a grown-ass woman. Okay? She grown. I understand she's like 5'1" or 4'11", but that doesn't mean you need to keep her in 2 ponytails and all this kitty shit. It's giving Lolita syndrome. Okay, I don't like it. And if anyone doesn't know what Lolita syndrome is, it is a sexual preference by older person, usually understood to be an older man, for a girl in mid to late adolescence, the consumption of which is illegal in most jurisdictions. But when it is what's the word, not assumed, but when someone is pushing that image, it's giving it. I can see it, and I don't like it, and I never liked it with the whole playground and the doll, and she's sitting down in different poses. It's too much. Alexa is grown, okay? She is 31 years old and married, and she's looking every ounce of 31. Not that's a bad thing. We all age. But what y'all want her to do, she's not 22 anymore. She's not 25. She's up there scolding and looking old as fuck and crazy. It's dumb. I personally think she should just go back to the goddess and call it a day. Go back to the goddess. Go back to being a bitchy older woman and just be a woman. They want her to act like a little kid, and it's not coming across properly for me. I don't like it. I'm just going to be honest. So she had an interview that I'm late on with Out of Character. And there's a lot of things that she touched on. And I think it's interesting that she touched on character development because I don't see it. So just listen to what she says here.
Working with things in my past that caused me trauma, and bringing that out in the therapy sessions. That's why, when they bring out Lily, I looked at Lily like it was my kid Larry. And I remember thinking, unfortunately, I had to watch Larry pass. So I remember when in therapy, when the therapist brought out Lily for the first time, I envisioned Larry. So, it was like, if Larry came back to life, what would I say to him? And that was a lot of research and effort and things that also go into the characters that people may or may not realize or understand that we put so much work into it.
Yeah, dude.
I can't tell. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be honest. Those therapy sessions, no. I didn't see any character development, or I didn't see anything other than what she usually gives. She says she has an acting coach. What she was given last night is not acting coach. I can't tell. You know who's giving you some good ass acting? Roman Reigns. And when you can convey a feeling with your face and don't have to say anything, Roman doesn't even have to say anything. He just stand in the ring and make faces, and we all know what he's saying. Alexa Bliss is not giving what she says she's giving. So there's an interview where they're talking about characters. She wants to do all kinds of characters, and he asks her about the title scene, and her response is fascinating. Let's listen.
We see a lot of the same people hold titles, so it's nice to see new people hold titles. I'm really super excited when Liv won the title. So it's cool to have different opponents, and if I'm not going to be a champion, I want to be the person working opposite of the champion. So it's nice to see the other girls have their moments, but I also want to be the character that's working across from them. For me, it's obviously I would love to be champ again, but for me, it's the creative aspect that really drives me.
So she wants to be mixing it up in the title scene, not so much as winning titles. She's okay with that. But what's happening right now with her and Bianca is becoming the backdrop player in a story that has nothing to do with her. This is where WWE fucks up their champions. Because if Alexa is having some type of crisis with her psychic and Uncle Howdy and all this bullshit. Why do you have her in a program with Bianca Belair? And now that Bianca Belair has gotten injured somehow, now we have to watch Alexa go through her situation every Monday. Like, it's not giving what she thinks is giving. I'm just like, I'm not here for it. It just really just turned me off. I don't know where they're going to go with it. Of course, we're going to see. I'm not going to sit there 3 hours to see what she's going to do, but thank God for clips. So y'all tell me what y'all think about Alexa and this Uncle Howdy situation, because I guess she's not talking to Bray. Y'all said don't put her back with Bray. So they put her with whoever Uncle Howdy is. And that's another thing that I'm really over. If you're going to just tell us who it is, like, who's Uncle Howdy? Everybody wants to know. Is it Bray Wyatt's brother's Bo? If that's who it is, great, let's move forward. Okay? Because it's getting old. It's been some months. Anytime you could go to Netflix or these places and watch an entire series in 2 days, that's the audience focus that you're working with. Okay? So you excuse me. So you got to wrap it up. Gone are the days of storylines that's lasting weeks and weeks and weeks. You got to give it to me, and let's keep it pushing. I know that sounds crazy, but this storyline is interesting. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. All right, later.